So I have a serious question. Excuse me. Is anyone else sick of Jorge Masvidal running his mouth? I mean, I'm getting tired of this. You are not Jesus. You're not street Jesus. You're not Cuban Jesus. You're not Colombian Jesus. Um, you've got the DMF title, so I call it. Fill it in however you want. Um, let's talk about who you beat. Let's talk about reality. Darren Till should not have been a 170. You fought him. He was depleted. You caught him, fine. He knocked you flat on your ass. You knocked him out. But you fought a guy who never belonged to 170. Depleted himself to get there, and you got to win over him. Then you fight Ben Askren, who you never should have fought anyway. Ben Askren coming to the UFC, I don't know if it's his age or just the fact that he never was that good at MMA. Really, he had a controversial win over Robbie Lawler, which, whatever. I'm not going to get too crazy into it, but it wasn't exactly like a clear-cut victory. So his first fight, call it a draw, call it even, because it has a lot of controversy. Then he runs out, gets knocked out in 5 seconds by Jorge Masvidal, who then claims it was the most, like, amazing thing ever. He landed a shot. Whatever. Then he fights Nate Diaz, and Nate Diaz is just like Jorge Masvidal or Chael Sonnen. Their records stink. Their win-loss is not good at all. When you're in the 60% range of wins and losses, that opponent is not a world beater, okay? That is not, never had a title, never, come on, look at the records, break it down. They lose a lot of fights. Jorge Masvidal, I'm going to baptize that dude. He's trying to play this badass. He's trying to dress like Scarface. He's trying to do all these things. Man, I don't like to be negative. I love to talk about MMA, but every time I see him or his name on Ariel Helwani or anything else, anybody doing a show, I skip it. I won't watch it because I don't want to hear his crap. I don't want to hear his lies. Oh, I'll fight that dude anytime he wants to be baptized. Whatever, man. Whatever. You're a joke. Okay? You're not even a great fighter. You had a good year fighting guys who weren't even that good or shouldn't even have been in the division, one of the two. And you caught him. And now you're king of the world. Now you're the most popular fighter in the sport. Give me a break. No, you're not. And you're not even trying to. Now you're just talking. Now you're playing the Nate Diaz role, where you're just, I'm gonna run my mouth forever and never actually fight. Come on. Take the real fight. Let's get it set up. Doesn't have to be for tomorrow, but sign the contract, you guys. Let's see you in tomorrow. Sign the fight. And with everything he's doing, it's crystal clear. You can see through it. It's very easy to see through it, and it's stupid. It's stupid that we fall for it. That so many fans do. He says on every show, "I gotta get the most money I can." He's blatant. I'm here to make money. I'm not here to fight. I'm not here to be the best. I'm not here to win the title. I'll fight that dude, but it's got to be for the right. It's always money. It's always money. Now, I'm not saying a professional fighter, he shouldn't get paid. Absolutely, he should. But he's not even pretending that he just wants to win that fight. He's completely obvious and honest. Got to give him credit for being honest about it, I guess. But somewhere in there in your self-promotion, you need to be a little better at, convincing people you're just here to fight anybody. Fight that guy, I'll fight that guy. There are guys in the sport who do that. Tony Ferguson, I'm not the biggest fan of him. I don't like the way he talks. I love the way he fights. He's a great fighter. Great fighter. All the respect in the world for his fighting skill. But things he says, like you take it or leave it. Just like Colby Covington. Great fighter. Don't really care to hear his, you know, rhetoric, his persona, whatever it is people want to call it. But Jorge is sitting out there just trying to make money. Just trying to run his mouth. But he's not really taking it. Tony Ferguson's fought everybody. I don't know of anyone he's turned down in a fight. And he's, taking it to him. He's a tough guy. Jorge Masvidal has had 3 easy fights last year against 3 mediocre fighters. That's one thing Colby Covington said, which is in his rhetoric, which I don't care for, but he was right about. Mediocre fighters, that's, for the BMF title, that's correct. They're not. Look at their records. I'm sorry. If you don't win a high percentage of your fights, what are you? If your wins and losses are in the 60% or low 70s, whatever, are you that great? Kamaru Usman, not the biggest fan of a lot of things that he says, but I can't say that his record is not impeccable, that his win percentage is not fantastic, that he doesn't do a great job, because he does. Jorge Masvidal, he had a great year. I give him credit for that. I'll give him credit. But he didn't beat Colby Covington, who he won't even fight. He's like, I don't need to fight that dude. No, you don't need to fight that dude, because he'll take your steam from you. You don't want to fight Kamaru. He'll take your steam. You want to fight guys they have a high percentage of beating, just like Conor McGregor. The sport has become a business, and that's sad, because it's inevitable where money's involved. You're always going to get that. But it would be nice if somewhere in there somebody would continue on, like Habib or Tony Ferguson or those guys who say, line them up. I thought that for a long time about Gagey. And I want my next fight to be a title fight. That division is so full of people, so full of stars, and so full of politics. You just need to kick everybody's butt in front of you until they demand that you fight for the title. That's how you're going to get there. You're not going to get there by demanding things unless you're some incredible talent. And in that division, there's a lot of incredible talent. And so you're going to have to set yourself apart by doing something amazing. And he's not doing it. Conor McGregor's not doing it either. He's trying to do it on hype. Well, I won this and I did that, so give me the fight. I don't think it'll work. I don't think Habib will do it. I think Habib is ready to retire. He's going to be 32 in September. And he's talking about his legacy, and I don't think beating Conor McGregor is part of that legacy. Beating him again. I don't think Conor is going to have a great legacy. People are going to look back and say, yeah, he did some things, but all in all, you get a little time away from it. How great was he? I think it's just a fact. Look at his record, you look at what he did and the time he took off, it's not going to withstand the test of time. Jorge Masvidal, man, just fight. If you're that good, prove it. But, and I'm sure you're making good money. But you're being so blatant about your hunt for money, and you're doing exactly what Colby Covington did. And it's the truth. You're creating this persona, and you're pushing it to the hilt. You don't wear a MAGA hat everywhere you go like Colby Covington does. Colby Covington's always talking about Trump's favorite fighter, and I'm making UFC great again, welterweight division great again. All these things, he's got his rhetoric and his game, and it gets old. His fighting is fantastic, but his talk gets old. Jorge Masvidal, your talk is ridiculous, and it's getting old. If you don't like Colby Covington, don't act like it. Act like yourself. Be real instead of, and you can say you're being real with, I want to get paid. Okay, fair enough. But this Cuban Jesus, the Scarface outfits, all the things you're doing, you're making a joke of yourself. And it's kind of embarrassing, and it's making me turn the channel. And I'm sure I'm not alone. Um, you know, I've heard racist comments about him because of it, because of the way he acts. He's perpetuating a stereotype, and it's not flattering. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do it to your race, your people. Be better than that. Just be better than that. I hope you guys are liking these. Please like and subscribe. Help me get a little traction here on YouTube. Have some fun with this, and I'll keep bringing you my thoughts. If you don't like my thoughts, that's cool. I'm good with that too. Let's just have an open conversation, be fair and fun about it, and this is a great sport, and talking about it is a lot of fun, no matter which side you're on. I watch all kinds of videos, and I disagree with a lot of what they say, but I love watching them. I hope you're doing the same. Please hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.